She didn't look important when she walked in. That was the first mistake everyone made. The black woman entered the courtroom quietly, carrying a worn leather folder against her chest. Simple white blouse, dark skirt, no expensive jewelry, no lawyer beside her, just calm eyes and careful steps. The courtroom barely noticed her, but the judge did. And the moment he glanced at her file, he sighed loudly enough for everyone to hear. "Another complaint hearing," he muttered. A few people in the gallery shifted impatiently. The woman remained standing silently at the front. The judge adjusted his glasses and looked her over quickly. "You're representing yourself?" he asked. "Yes, Your Honor." Her voice was soft. "Steady." The judge smirked faintly. That's usually not a good sign. A few quiet laughs moved through the room. The woman didn't react, didn't look embarrassed, didn't lower her head. She simply stood there, calm enough to make people uncomfortable. The judge flipped through the paperwork carelessly. "So let me understand this," he said. "You're accusing a major corporation of fraud, misconduct, and evidence tampering, without legal representation." "Yes, sir." The judge chuckled openly now. "And you expect this court to take that seriously?" The room laughed harder this time. Even one of the clerks smiled. But the woman stayed still, like she had heard worse before. The judge leaned back confidently. "Ma'am," he said, "these cases require actual legal experience, not internet research and emotional speeches." Silence. "Then, I agree," she replied calmly. The judge blinked slightly, because that wasn't the response he expected. The woman slowly opened her folder. Carefully organized documents filled the inside. Highlighted sections, tabs, notes. Precise, professional. The judge's smile faded slightly. "You prepared all this yourself?" he asked. "No," she answered quietly. Then she placed a business card on the table in front of him. Small, simple. The judge barely glanced at it at first. Then he froze. Actually froze. The courtroom noticed immediately, because his entire expression changed. The confidence disappeared from his face so quickly it almost looked painful. He picked up the card slowly. "Read it again." Then once more. The room had gone completely silent now. Nobody understood what was happening, until the judge finally spoke. Quietly. "Senior counsel, Federal Oversight Division." A murmur spread through the courtroom instantly. The woman nodded once. "Yes, Your Honor." The judge looked at her differently now. Not like a confused citizen. Not like someone lost. Like someone dangerous. Someone powerful. The woman calmly closed her folder. "I chose not to introduce myself earlier," she said, "because I wanted to see how this court treated people before titles became involved." Nobody moved. Nobody even whispered anymore. Because now, every joke still hung in the air. Every laugh. Every insult. Only now they sounded ugly. The judge cleared his throat nervously. His hands shifted uncomfortably on the bench. "You should have identified yourself immediately," he said weakly. The woman tilted her head slightly. "Would that have changed how you spoke to me?" Silence. Crushing silence. The judge had no answer, because everyone in the courtroom already knew the truth. Yes, it would have. The woman stepped forward calmly. "Respect shouldn't depend on someone's title," she said softly. "That's the problem." The prosecutor looked down at the table. One clerk avoided eye contact completely. The judge stared at the business card in his hand like it had burned him. And in that moment, the entire courtroom understood something all at once. The quiet black woman they mocked when she walked in had more authority than everyone who laughed at her combined.